We are live.
We are.
It's Suzie and Matt.
Hi, Matt.
It's Suzilla.
Welcome to Suzilla. Yeah, it is.
Mute Alexa.
Yeah, Alexa's very loud today. Alexa, mute.
All right. We decided that we were looking back and through our little records and saw that we never dedicated an actual episode for the American Rescue Plan.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about it repeatedly, but we never had one that was focused specifically on the American Rescue Act, which was put into law about a month ago.
Yes.
And it's going to put a lot of money back into a lot of people's pockets, besides just the direct payment, which a lot of us have already gotten.
Yeah, and it's kind of important to talk about this, and because, well, you know, my Facebook post yesterday got deleted, or it's going to be blocked because of social commentary.
Well, yeah, it's because politics.
It's not politics because it's law.
Okay.
However, Facebook's going to have a tendency to block those. In addition, we know that our local newspaper doesn't publish it, and we're kind of in a conservative area. Mm-hmm. So if you're in a conservative area, you might not have heard about it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, even if you're in a non-conservative area,
mm-hmm.
you might not have heard about it. For some reason, this is not. It's not being marketed worth a darn.
Well, yeah, and so we make it on a point to talk about it, to tell other people to like, share, and talk about it.
Do you think maybe the Democrats are just trying to give people happy surprises?
Yeah, that doesn't go. That really doesn't. Surprises are horrible because anytime you get a surprise, you have to look at it and decide if it's a good surprise or a bad surprise.
Oh, yeah. I know. That's why surprises are generally, dodgy at best.
Yeah, that's why you don't rely on surprises.
No.
You tell everybody what's happening and how you're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, one of our first surprises we found about this mm-hmm. was when we went to our tax guy.
Yeah.
And filed our taxes.
Yes, and there was a pleasant surprise. There was an additional small business owner COVID relief thingy.
Because we're contractors.
Right. We're independent contractors, yeah.
And because we went through the COVID crisis, and we, there were times that we had to take care of our kid and ourselves and take out. We got a tax credit. Mm-hmm. And so instead of having to owe the IRS, we got a small refund this year. Yeah. Because we're both contractors, and we wouldn't have known about this because it's not being published anywhere.
No, I mean, our tax guy's brother stumbled across it.
And that's why we found it.
Yeah.
And
which is another reason why you want to use experts.
Why you want to use experts. Someone joined us saying Facebook, yeah. It's not a liberal leaning, just point blank. Okay,
you realize people can't see what you're talking about.
Yeah. So someone's talking about that Facebook is a liberal leaning, and it's not. It's whatever's directed by who runs it.
It's algorithms.
It's a lot of algorithms, and it's who directs it. That's nice. So let's continue on with the surprises we found.
The surprises. So we found a pleasant surprise there.
So yeah, a lot of this for is going to be filing taxes for first section.
Yeah, taxes are a big factor in this thing.
Taxes are a big factor. And this was a comment I got on our Facebook page, was someone that they used their savings account instead of taking money from unemployment.
Right.
And
because they didn't want to mess with unemployment, I suspect.
I'm not quite sure what the situation is. But it was regarding if you erred in your income, you wouldn't have to pay back any extra advanced premium tax credits.
Right. So
because it was easy to do last year.
Right. And last year, because of COVID, because of all the unemployment, it really did make a mess. What the rule is is if you've overestimated your income and I got that backwards. If you've underestimated your income on the Healthplanfinder and accept more credits than you were entitled to, they're going to ask for those back at tax time, and then vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
They
being the IRS.
They being the IRS. This act has made that reconciliation not happen
for last year,
for 2020. So if you overpaid or underpaid, they're just not going to do it.
Well, they're gonna have to issue some refunds for the people who filed taxes already,
right? And then that'll happen. I mean, if they've taken it, they'll just issue the money back. The fact is, they're not doing that reconciliation, which is a huge thing.
Yes, the unemployment threw a lot, and it was something that we talked about to our representative early on. It's like, look, you're giving a lot of people extra money, and it's playing havoc with their health care.
It really was, and unexpectedly so. And then, oh my God, I felt so bad for the IT guys at the
trying to have a program this stuff.
Trying to program this because it was a challenge because they had to segregate the base pay versus the bonus pay and blah, 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 blah.
So if you have already filed and paid a penalty regarding that, you're going to get a check back.
Yeah, the money will come back to you.
If you filed for unemployment this year, 2021, just 1 week.
You've got to have been accepted.
You got to got accepted. If you're getting your health care on the Healthplanfinder, you'll want to upload a copy of that letter.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why is because if you've got that 1 weekend for the rest of the year, for 2021, you can basically get a platinum level plan for about $20 a month.
Ridiculously low prices.
So, and in like areas like us, we don't have platinum level plans.
Nope. What it's doing is it's giving us a solid silver plan with maximum cost sharing.
You've got to select a silver plan.
Yep, it's got to be a silver plan.
And
the cost sharing, which is which is the kick-ins from the insurance companies, which reduces your copays, reduces your out-of-pocket maximums, reduces your deductibles. Those all kick in. And so, yeah.
So,
and then the reduction of cost because of the increased advanced premium tax credit makes it so a person really can.
Oh yeah, and this is good throughout the year, regardless of your income, because you had that 1 week of unemployment.
Right. Now, for 2022, things are going to change, but you're good for the rest of 2021.
Correct. And this big change happens May 6th.
May 6th is when we'll start seeing the numbers.
We'll see the numbers in our system. Healthcare.gov went early, and they managed to get in April. We are on the tail end.
We have an estimator, which gives us a good idea, but it's an estimator.
It's an estimator. So if you want to know, what your estimation is, let us know.
Yeah, we can help you with that.
We can totally help you with that. Right now, what you want to be doing is making sure that your information's correct.
Yes.
Everything's uploaded. Like I said, unemployment letters uploaded. And when that big change happens, it'll happen automatically for you. You don't have to do anything more.
Yep. One of the reasons why you want to make sure that your contact information is updated is because they will tell you what's going on.
Correct.
And if you don't have correct contact information, you won't find out.
Now, if you delayed and said, "Oh no, I can't afford it," it's right now is the time you want to get in, get everything going, so that when it clicks over, it's nothing.
Right.
It's one of those things that is so, we talk about, bad marketing. Yeah. This was the original bad marketing program.
Yeah.
And that's why we're out here. When we talked to the Health Benefits Exchange last Monday, they're estimating 4 out of 5 people being eligible for reduced costs.
Yeah. And that's a huge number. There are a couple of situations where you may not get a break.
Correct. We've run into those.
Yeah, they're not very common, but they do occur. A lot of it what it boils down to is your is your premium 8.5% above is your premium 8.5% of your income or less?
Yeah.
Or higher, because it's capped off at 8.5%.
We do a lot of let's see what the computer says.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. We've got to, it's complicated. I can look at certain things and math it out in my head. We did. I explained it to Suzie, who's got a really good handle on things, that there's a point where the tax breaks will jump up again. And I actually tracked it was a couple in their 60s and their benefits, and like they're going along and they get the 400%, and then they hit the traditional financial cliff,
right? And
those credits bounce back up again,
right?
Because of that 8.5% of your income. And they actually got credits all the way out to like $200,000 a year.
Yeah, you can be making some pretty good money and still get a break.
And that's because they were older and
their premiums were higher.
Right.
Now, if you're younger, say you're, 30 and you're bringing in, $200,000 a year, your premium's going to be lower than someone who's 60. So you're already not paying 8.5% of your income. So maybe you won't get an additional break.
Yeah, they did some means testing with that, and it's kind of annoying. From the ones I've encountered, they've been under 35. They've been making well over the 400% of poverty. So you're talking single person over 50 grand. And they meaned it up against a bronze level plan. Yeah. which is really unfortunate. So they, unless they had that unemployment kicker, that's so I've been telling my folks, okay, get eligible for unemployment for that 1 week.
Yeah. We've actually, we can make that. We've got, there's ways.
So yeah, that's the next thing. Then they tacked in some extra that kind of makes sense. Pregnancy.
Yeah, that was cool.
Traditionally, pregnancy, it was
6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks. Apple Health extra, and then
mom's off.
Then mom was off.
Right. They would cover you for. Now, what they've done with this is once if you're on pregnancy Apple Health, and you've had the baby, they will keep you on for 12 months.
Correct.
So you've got.
And that's regardless of income.
Regardless of income. So you're on Apple Health pregnancy for 12 months versus, 9 months plus, 6 weeks. So that's awesome. I mean, especially if there's, heaven forbid, any kind of complications.
Yeah, and we've seen that a lot. It's the oh my gosh, and it's like, look, take care of yourself. Mom needs taken care of, so baby gets taken care of.
Exactly.
It's non-complicated. Now the feds have gone faster than the state on this.
Yes.
Thanks to the American Rescue Plan.
Right.
Because the Washington State, the legislators are kind of working to catch that up and make that a permanent thing.
Yeah, which we're not unhappy about.
Not unhappy about. So that was the next, little catching up. So let's see here. What else do we got going on with
Well, there's the Cobra thing.
Cobra. Now this is an interesting one. Cobra from April 1st to September 30th is at zero cost.
Yeah.
Now some people will say, "Woo!"
How many HR departments have a handle on this, though? That's where I'm confused.
I encountered one just last week that
didn't have a clue, did they?
Did not have a clue.
Yeah.
So we
shoot some links to people.
Yeah, and
this is going to be a little complicated. This is going to keep your HR people on their toes for a while.
Well, it's HR. What usually happens with HR is if they're required to run Cobra, they throw that out to a third party, the insurance companies.
They do.
Or
they absolutely do. But even so, I mean, clearly there's a lack of communication on what needs to be done and who's handling all this and where the money's going to come from or go to. One of the things I have concerned about that is Cobra can be particularly persnickety about the premium payments.
Oh yeah.
And if that zero you're going along and great, I'm not going to have to pay from my Cobra out of my pocket. Well, someone's got to pay for it, and the insurance company doesn't care who; they just want to get paid.
And then the lawsuits.
So it could get a little sticky. But if you've lost your job and you have a situation where you've got prior authorizations because you've got a surgery coming up, if you've got a health concern, and you find for one reason or another you feel like you need to keep the Cobra coverage, be prepared for just keep all of your paperwork.
Yeah, keep your documentation.
Document, and make good notes when you make phone calls, okay? Be prepared for there to be some confusion there.
Mm-hmm.
If for some reason you don't need your Cobra coverage, you just need a plan, take a look at the exchange options.
Well, it's not just need a plan, because we've seen enough of the group plans that, despite them being a group plan from a large employer, they're not always the best. Yeah,
we do see that sometimes what you've got is high deductibles and deductible first benefits. It really doesn't work until you've paid $8,000.
It's like, woo, I'm running Cobra until September 30th. Well, what happens if you draw that 1 week unemployment?
Mm-hmm.
Bam! You've got a whole lot better plan.
Much better plan. There's a lot of reasons. There's a few reasons to continue with your Cobra, but don't look at it just because, it's going to be free. Because with this break, you can get possibly zero premium plan.
Yeah.
If not, you're going to get a plan that may work better than your current plan for hopefully a very decent price. And we will help you run those numbers.
Yeah, it's literally it's why you use experts in this stuff. You want to, because it's complicated.
Mm-hmm. It is.
It's just straight up complicated.
Let's see, what else was part of the changes?
Well, the big one that we're kind of experiencing right now is you're able to enroll.
Yeah, that's true. We are in a COVID crisis special enrollment period that has been extended to August 15th.
August 15th.
Which means, that's 9 months, 10 months out of the year when we normally wouldn't be able to get people enrolled.
Unless it was a special enrollment.
Right, unless it was a special reason.
Like loss of coverage.
Or having a baby or getting married or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, married, having a kid.
All the special enrollment reasons.
Yeah, there's
a half a dozen.
There's a half a dozen different reasons.
And they're all very good.
Oh, yeah. And it was one of the things that was really brought out with the COVID crisis last year. Was because of the Affordable Care Act and because there was a safety net program in play. Yeah. Despite it not being advertised, it was able to handle that change, and the unemployment number, the uninsured numbers did not rise. Right. We actually had
we had a lot of people who either lost their jobs or were furloughed or a million different things happened. And they still were able to maintain some measure of health insurance coverage.
And in some cases got better.
In some cases it got better. And with the new Rescue Act, it's going to be even better.
Mm-hmm. So that's, that enrollment is almost seamless at this point. Mm-hmm. We've got people, because we've been around so long, we've had people that we started with way back in the day, 2013, that, wandered off, got some coverage, then come back and say, I need my coverage. And it's a simple update the information and let us start back up. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
It's really a quick process.
It is. Once we've got you in our system, it's actually very straightforward. Mm-hmm. Even getting you in from scratch, it's not that complicated for us.
Correct.
Because we've done thousands of these.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. It helps to have a second set of eyes on things.
It does. Especially a second set of eyes that has a unbiased perspective.
Yeah, because it's one of those things. People ask us, well, how do you get paid?
Every time we always have this conversation. Well, how do I pay? How do you make your money? Well, I keep my lights on because of commissions.
Because we go out and we contract with every insurance company that offers an affiliation with an exchange plan.
Yep.
Point blank. We don't get paid for every plan.
No.
There's a couple out there, and if you say, "Oh, did you get paid for Apple Health?" and we'll tell you, "No."
But guess what? If you are picking a plan that we're not affiliated with because it's the right plan for you, that's not going to stop us.
Yep, that's one of those things. Is we've modeled our business based on taking care of people.
Yep. So we just want you to have the plan that fits.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And if we get paid for it, that's a bonus for us.
Mm-hmm. Now, during this whole, let's get back to taxes because I remembered another one.
Mm-hmm.
Taking care of kids is important.
Very much so.
Now, one of the things they did was they're going to be this summer doing the child credits.
Yes, I'm not really sure how that works yet.
Now, that's an interesting one because they're going to be issuing checks to us, us parents to take care of our kids that are 18. But one of the caveats for that is you have to file your taxes.
Yeah, you got to file taxes. If you receive the child tax credit, which
Mm-hmm.
basically if you've got kids, you're going to get a child tax credit.
Yeah.
They're going to start issuing checks.
Yeah.
Or direct deposits up to the equivalent of your credit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if you get a $3,000 credit for that's to go for one kid, right?
Yeah.
And they do $300 a month, that's 10 months of $300 a month income.
Yeah. So,
I don't know about you, but that's kind of nifty.
So yeah, it's one of those things.
And there's more details to that. That's one thing I haven't done a lot of research on. But
yeah, they're working that out, but that's going to start this summer.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another carve out, that's going to be potentially more than that $1,400 check.
Yeah.
Now the cheaper health insurance that we're talking about, the big change,
mm-hmm.
May 8th.
6th.
May 6th. Now, this has been retroed all the way back to January 1st.
Right.
So if you've had a health plan right now and you've been paying full bore and you're going to get, that change is going to happen in your June bill,
mm-hmm.
there's a whole large...
There's 6 months.
Actually 5 months. 5 months of,
premium adjustments.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's going to happen with that is when you file your taxes next year,
mm-hmm. File your taxes.
They'll turn around and they'll say, "Here, have some more money."
Yeah, you will get it refunded when you file your taxes in 2022.
Yeah.
And that could be a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a whole lot of money. If, for example, you were paying, let's say you were paying $300 a month. You're a single guy, you're paying $300 a month, and with the thing,
the average adjustments is right around $100.
Okay, so let's say the full cost of your plan is $340. Okay, and then
you're making this too complex.
I am making this too complex.
Let's make this simple.
Make it simple, Matt.
Make it simple. Okay. The average bump
mm-hmm.
is this is straight tax credits. This is not assuming you drew no unemployment. The average bumps are right around $100.
Right.
So you're looking at an extra $500 to be put in your pocket.
Yeah.
Next year.
And some will be bigger, some will be smaller, but yeah, it's going to make a difference.
Now, the savings on this is going to go through, as Suzie mentioned, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So not only are you going to get the tax credits this year, you're also going to get them next year as well.
Right. They're going to the reduced prices will continue through 2022. 2023, not a clue yet, but it's way early for talking about that.
Yeah, correct. Because we still get our teachers coming in here looking to retire, asking about what do you want 2023, and it's just like can't do it.
No, not yet.
We're good, but we're not that good.
Yeah, we can give you some vague ideas, but we don't even know what plans are going to be available in 2022 yet.
So yeah, it's right now. you're going to be getting some additional funds because of this American Rescue Act.
Yeah.
You're going to be getting a lot of funds
in one way or another. You're going to have money back in your pocket.
Yeah, if you're like Joe average, Joe and Jay average, you're going to get literally thousands of dollars back into your pocket.
And which is in addition to those direct payments.
In addition to those direct payments, because direct payments are nice and all, but it's what are you going to do? Sustainability. Exactly. The kid tax credit is something that Europe's been doing for years.
Yeah, it's more of a guaranteed income situation.
It's a guaranteed income. It lifts kids out of poverty.
It does, and it reduces food blast it. I just lost the word. Food insecurity. And if you think about it, although it's been a little weird, but one of the reasons why they're kicking it in probably this summer, because of just getting stuff in order. But if kids have been in school to any degree, then they're going to be out of school, and they might need like
lunches and stuff.
And maybe babysitting, and that will help offset those costs without actually dipping into the basic budget.
Yeah. The whole child care thing's going to be nuts.
Yeah. Makes me glad we've got a teenager and B, a space for him to hang out here at the office.
Well, we did that by design.
Well, yes. I'm grateful we thought I had is what I'm getting at.
Let's small business tips. Build a space for your kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's
tricky if you run a bar though.
Yeah, a little tricky. But that's how you want to do. You're going to get a little bit of money immediately with filing your taxes. In some of those tax breaks and the check.
Yeah.
Sustained changes. Price of health insurance for this year tremendously dropped. 2020, you're going to have a good steady drop through 2022. If you've got child tax credits,
a little bit of trickle coming in for that.
A little bit of trickle through the years. Now, whether or not this gets made permanent, that's kind of up to Congress.
Yep. Talk to your politicians on this one. Talk to your representatives. Talk to your Congress people. These are the ones who will influence how much of this is going to stay put after the act expires.
Yeah.
And there's parts of this that I would love to see continue.
Oh yeah,
I think it'd be brilliant.
I heard people were talking about this is healthcare 2.0.
Yeah,
I've literally heard that called that. We do know that some people have slipped through the gaps.
Yeah, that's true. Which is why we're talking about this.
For instance, we've had DACA.
Yeah, we're still fighting.
We're still fighting for DACA.
Yeah,
and this is despite the ruling was last summer.
Something like that.
Last summer, nothing's changed for healthcare for DACA.
Yeah, still can't get folks enrolled.
That
will always bug me.
We've actually seen the letters of hey, yes, you are in the country legally. We know about you, but you're not eligible for healthcare.
Right.
Which is one of those.
Because you're only kind of gray area legal.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those tragedies that still go on, and the important thing is letting people know that this American Rescue Act is a really big deal.
A lot bigger than a lot bigger than at first glance.
And like Facebook, trying to shut us down, or like some of the local press that are not saying anything. We'll give a shout out to one of the presses that did grant us an interview. And that was Street Talk.
Street Talk and other stuff with Mike Magnotti.
Yes. Mad Dog, we shot that was Tuesday.
Tuesday, and it'll air on Monday.
It's starting Monday. It'll run this next week on live.
NCW Live.
NCW Live. You can see our smiling faces on there if you haven't seen it before, and we go back and forth. We were only able to talk about 2 points, 3 points,
but some of the big ones.
Some of the big ones.
If you want more details, talk to us.
We will geek out on this stuff.
Yeah, Matt's having a great time with the geek out on this one.
Yes. Yeah. So by all means, talk about it, share about it, because you know that someone's bummed out. It's like, oh, I don't got this. Like, look, if you haven't got help yet, help is coming.
Help is here.
Help is here. Get your COVID shot.
Yes.
I passed 2 weeks into Team Moderna.
Yes, I get my second shot next week.
Yeah.
Go Team Pfizer.
So, yeah, we're going head-to-head with that. So, hey, have a great day.
Have a great day. Thanks for joining us on Suzilla. And we'll be back.
We'll be back.